Good day. Today I have for you another Atari 8-bit gameplay video featuring Bert by Parker Brothers. This is a conversion of the arcade game by, I don't remember, I want to say Gottlieb. That is entirely likely to be wrong. In any case, let's have a look here. I don't have any strong memories of playing this one. What have we got? Select or start game. So select. Yes, I did glance at the manual for this before I started. So there are 6 select options. 1 through 3 are for a one-player game, and 4 through 6 are for a two-player game. And the number of men gets less the higher the difficulty level. So you have 5 Berts in game mode 1, 4 in game mode 2, and 3 in game mode 3. And same with player 2, just with 2 players. So let's have a go. Alright, the arcade version of this is something that I have played rather a lot. My first impression is that the levels look okay. The sprites are not wonderful. And I'm too busy. There's the famous Bert swear. No Bert swear sound effect though. Perhaps not shocking that they didn't put the sort of digitized sound effect in there. The sound for the discs is not the same. The in between level sound and level completion sound and the sound effects and little musical. No, good for me. All right. Okay, so some play differences that are standing out for sure. It's the blue guy that turns into the snake. That's a little different. And I guess he's a snake, sort of a slinky, bouncy character. The way I'm going here, I'm not gonna last long enough to see any of the later levels where some of the different enemies come in. Maybe I can try to concentrate a bit more and try to get further. Play's not bad. Sprites, you lose some character for sure with the chunky / not animated sprites that don't have any eyes, for example. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Weak sauce. I should have started the 5-player game so I get a little further. Alright. There's not much more to it than that. Now, I'm not going to stop the video quite that quickly. I'm going to play a little more and see what I think of it. Hopefully I can get a little further in and see how play progresses here. For some reason they chose not to make the cubes tri-colored. They did sort of a dithered effect on one of the faces. I don't really know why that would be, unless maybe this mode has fewer colors. This graphics mode, I should say. There's a fair number of colors on the screen though, so it doesn't seem like that would maybe be a restriction. Maybe it is. And what else can I notice? That effect isn't bad with the pulsating cube tops. Oh, the controls. So rather than make you push diagonals on the joystick, which is frankly good that they didn't do that, you basically just push up and down and left and right, which is essentially the same control scheme as you would have on an arcade game emulation setup, unless you went out of your way to make it diagonals. That's how I prefer to play it. You just get used to in your brain up being, diagonal, up and right, down being down and left, etc. Left and right. And it just kind of becomes an automatic thing after a while. So one of the key things about this game is to keep out of the way of the... do your best to anticipate. I mean, the movement is a little bit randomized, but when the slinky guy is coming down, you can, unless he's coming straight down the middle, you can usually tell when he's going to go to one side or the other. Stay out of his way. You get more points if you ride the platforms up. You get just a small number of bonus points for them if they're left at the end of the level, but it's not worth risking. You're risking a Q-Bert in order to accomplish that. These characters that come in from the bottom corners, they stride on the other, they jump on the other faces of the cubes, which is a little bit mind-bending. Oh, there's the green guy. If you catch him, nothing. If you catch him, you just get some points. He unchanges basically he disrupts the board. Oh, go away. And then you have to go back and fix whatever damage he had done. And then you can just sort of leap off the top of the cubes like that, and that's always fun. I think the bonus progression is the same. The music there is pretty much the same. We're into round 2. Level 2. There's 4 rounds per level, and what you need to accomplish gets more and more complicated per level. In level 2, you have to hit each cube face twice in order to convert them to their destination color. You can see the target color in the that was dumb. You can see the target color in the upper left there with the arrows change to. In this case, we're going for that green, and looks like our little buddy, whatever his name is, completely takes away, which I think is also true to the arcade, any progress you've made on a cube face, and that's that. In the arcade, if I'm having a good game, I can get to level 4 or 5. It gets pretty frenetic. Oh, you little rotter. Three discs that will carry you to the top of the pyramid there and clear the enemies from the screen. Those are quite handy. In the arcade, there's also a little green. There's a little green ball that will drop down, and if you catch that, it's a time freeze where all the enemies. That was well done, well timed. Not that that was an accident, but it worked out well. So that seems to be missing. That would absolutely have shown up by now in the arcade. The time freeze ball. That's a nice feature. Other than that, nothing obvious. What are we on here? Round 3 of level 2. Ugh, I tells ya. Oh, I didn't get any extra Q-Berts. Okay, so that's different as well. You get extra Q-Berts in the arcade. I'm gonna say every 10,000 points. I don't even remember. But by this point, I would have had probably at least 2 extra Q-Berts. Might be every 8,000 points. All right. Well, there you go. Q-Bert. Not terrible. Not amazing. Looks like there are some color limitations. I'm just looking at the screen here. On the play field, we basically got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. And then the top and bottom borders. Well, no, there's also the green on the play field. I think that's on the play field. The darker green with change to and game over. There's a thing which I don't really fully understand where you can sort of change display modes in the middle of the screen, and that changes the number of colors and things you have available to you. I think you can even change the palettes when you change the display mode. Display list. What is it called? display list interrupts, I think, and you can sort of customize the screen to do some pretty neat effects, but I don't know all that much about it. Anyway, that is Bert. I hope you had some fun, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.